up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kakegurui Season 1, Episode 2. Now, last episode, I had a huge problem with it because it didn't have a lot of the lore that was in the first chapter, like the caste system, or how everything really works in the school, or explain why the Fido and shit like that system exists. Like, that kind of bothered me. But anyway, we'll see if this episode has that lore in there. I will forgive it for not having it in the last episode. If it doesn't, then I don't know, man. Anyway, let's get to it. So, the problem I have at the beginning of this episode is that in the manga, it's not raining. In the anime, it's raining. So, that's kind of a problem. Also, this part was skipped, too. Even though a day has already passed, it still doesn't feel real. That a gentle girl like her gambled with 10 million yen on the line on her first day after transferring here. When over half the class was working for Saotome, she was able to see through it. And then she said, "Everyone's working for you, aren't they, Saotome-san?" Scissors. Not only that, she was able to use that the fact that they worked for her to her advantage and win. And her eyes. There's one thing I've learned for sure. This girl is not normal. Let's see. Oh man, I gotta talk about the desk. The desk! The artwork is so good. But, hold on, I have to just double check and see if the doll is there. So here's the problem with the desk. Is that the doll, it looks a lot smaller in the anime than it does in the manga, and the doll is supposed to be in the center of the desk with their eyes covered. So yeah, that's kind of a problem for me. But other than that, I can't complain too much. And I'm being nitpicky for a reason. It's that the bar has been raised this anime season, so I am going to be fucking nitpicky as hell. So deal with it. This part was skipped. Well, what's going on? Isn't that her desk? Yeah, like, looking at the desk and when it was at the faraway shot, yeah, the doll looked way too small. The doll needed to be a little bit bigger. Either that or the desk needed to be a little bit smaller. But I'm curious what you guys think, especially the manga nerdigans. I'm very curious, for those that have read the Kakegurui manga, what do you think about that? Wait, does that name tag say Mike? That's not supposed to be what the name is! It's supposed to be Mittens, goddammit! At least you said that. No, that wasn't even mentioned last episode either. It's supposed to be motherfucking Mittens, not Mike. Like, what the fuck? I don't know if it's the subtitles being stupid or what, but it says Mike and it's supposed to be Mittens. Is BK, okay, I said Mike, but it's BK. Is BK like the Japanese word for mittens? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments section if Mike is the Japanese word for mittens. If that's what it is, then I'm fine with it. Yay! We get the lore! I'm so happy we're getting the lore about the caste system here. This is a good spot for it too. Since they didn't do it last episode, this is a good spot for it. And this part was skipped. They should have done this before the opening song, but whatever. I've got to do whatever I can to recover from this. Whatever I can. Can I talk to you for a sec, Yumiko? Here we go. And now we're getting more lore! Woohoo! Anime, you are awesome right now! So, I'm guessing Poochie means Fido and Mike means Mittens. I'm just guessing that, but I don't understand why they wouldn't just, if that's the case, I don't understand. This is all on you then, subtitles. Why aren't you translating it that way? I don't understand that. Whatever. But I will say this, I really like how they're putting the lore in here. The lore that they skipped last week into this episode. And I think it's brilliant. And I actually think it's a better way of doing it. To be honest, a way of introducing this lore. And I really, especially since, you know, he's talking to Yumiko about you know, what's going on with Saotome. So I actually like what you're doing here, anime. And Yumiko's eyes were supposed to be red here. I don't understand why they weren't, but they were supposed to be red. And the scene I mean is when she's like getting all excited about, you know, about the gambling aspect of this academy. And the title for this episode is actually the same title for chapter 2 of the manga, which we're adapting, and it's called A Boring Girl. So, that was there. Oh, so the story of Spread already was skipped. This was skipped too. That certainly does sound fun. What is your name again? I'm Itsuki Sumeragi. Well, Sumeragi-san, I welcome your challenge. I thought you would. She sure is quick to accept. Looks like my warning meant nothing. A lot of the inner monologue is being skipped. Where is this? Here we go. It's her second day at this school, and everyone in the academy is already talking about her. And then this one was skipped. Hold on a second. What in the world? What does she get out of loaning Yumiko that kind of money? That rumor can't be true, can it? And let's get to this. Something I don't mind is that even though in the manga they basically announce the cards that they're flipping, they're actually just showing them in the anime. So I don't mind that that's being skipped, to be honest, because we're actually seeing it. This was skipped too. It just becomes a match of who is lucky enough to flip over a card whose match they've already seen. This part was skipped. Yumiko's memory was pretty amazing, but her mistake was that she didn't account for the fact their opponent could have an equally good memory. But I want to say this. I really am... The one thing that this anime really does well is the extreme facial expressions, and I fucking love it. Nerdigans, you heard it right. This bitch collects real human nails. It is fucked up. She is fucked up, guys. The monologue that was supposed to be here was, so the rumor was true. The rumor that there was a girl in the first year who forced people to bet their nails by putting them in debt. If you think this bet is fucked up, it gets even more fucked up later in the manga. You're even betting your life. I'm telling you, it is fucked up. It was supposed to be 4 of Hearts. That was the first match, not 6 of Diamonds, but whatever. I gotta say this though. This episode, I will say right now, this episode is way better than last week. Last week was good, but I really liked, in particular with this one, I know the episode's still going, but I gotta say this. I just really love what this anime is doing. It is adapting the manga really nicely. Yet the only thing I don't like is that there's all these cute little charts that they have in the manga, but they don't show them in the anime. That's the only thing I don't like. Other than that, this anime is just phenomenal. So this part was skipped here from the peanut gallery. Huh? 54 cards on her first try? That's fishy. How? How did you know what the cards were? Ho ho ho. Let's get to the rest of this. Oh, that ugly cry face that they did matches the manga so perfectly. I am loving whoever's animating this. You guys are doing a great job. Writers, you are doing an amazing job this episode. I am loving this. I'm just sitting back and watching this, and I am just enjoying it. And yes, everything that is being said right now about betting all the nails on the fingers and all the fingers and toenails, that's in the manga. I'm telling you, this manga gets really fucked up. Maybe not as fucked up as Made in Abyss, but it is pretty fucked up. Okay, so we're just gonna skip to we're skipping the first part of chapter 3 and just going straight to the next to the traditional culture club. But something that I should mention is that we are seeing all the members of the council. I wish they would have had a shot where it showed all of them, like all their faces face forward. Yes, it's true. But I kind of don't mind that they're skipping the first part of their 3rd chapter, even though it's showing. Actually, you know what? I do have a problem with it because I'm going to spoil this for you guys. So Yumiko's going to lose her next match, and she's going to become Mike or Mittens. And you'll see how everyone treats her after that. So I really wish we did get to see this, but I guess not. I'm not gonna give it shit for them skipping the lore because they're running out of time. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna go over the lore next episode, so I will be totally fine with that. So what I hope for next week, I really hope next week when we get the full chapter 3 adaptation that we do get to see the full match, Satomi's full match. I honestly doubt we're going to, but I didn't think we were going to get the caste system this week. So this episode was really good. I wish it would have ended right where we saw the student council. That would have been fine with me. But I'm curious what you guys thought. Overall, this episode was a really good episode. It was definitely better than last week where we had so much content skipped. But I want to know what you guys thought. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel, find me on PlayStation Network. All that in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!